What's up, guys? I hope everyone has been safe during this quarantine and the mandatory stay at home order that's been going on. I'm currently on my paternity leave. My wife and I are celebrating our son, who's been with us for a week now, and it's a blessing. It's awesome. It's amazing. No matter what I get in this life now, nothing's going to compare to him. He's awesome. He's healthy. My mom's healthy. It's great. So with that, I'm going to do this unboxing. I've got some CGC Silver Age Grail books, which are a legit investment. I actually had these books before my wife and I got married, and what I ended up doing was I sold these books to buy her wedding ring. And since our son was coming along and everything like that, I really wanted to get these back in my collection. So I went ahead and kind of financed it to get higher grades than what I had before. That way it'll go to him. But I'll get to that in a second. I've got some Steelbooks that I got from Best Buy on a great deal. It must have been a deal of the day because the next day they went and jacked the prices up. So I got that. And then we also got Cavity Colors. Cavity Colors is this kind of independent brand, and they specialize in horror movies of apparel. So they've got hoodies, specialty shirts like raglans and baseball tees, as well as just like tank tops, women's tees, and graphic tees. But the quality on these is awesome. I've got two hoodies from them. I love them. I go to the gym in them. I walk around the house in it. They're comfortable. They fit big. They're awesome. So with that, I'm jumping into the Steelbooks first. Now Best Buy had this on sale Sunday, and they had all three of these for $9.99, and it's the 4K Steelbooks. I went ahead, open, see what I got the Iron Man 1 4K Blu-ray. Again, $10. It was $9.99 for this whole set. Iron Man 1, the second Iron Man 2. And the reason I bought this is I don't even have this movie, but Iron Man 3. This one feels thick. I don't know why this one in particular feels heavier than the other Iron Man movies, but it does. And it's cool. I love the packaging on this. I like how it's got the original theatrical poster to them. Like if Best Buy continues to have the sale on these, because at the time they were back up to $14.99 per Blu-ray, but when I got them they were $9.99. So if they did the same thing with like Guardians of the Galaxy or Captain America, I'm gonna get this whole set. So that was great. Great. Happy with that. So now I can sell my other ones and keep these steel books going. Alright, CGC. This video skipping ahead now because I already knew just the way that container was boxed is going to take me forever to get through all the tape. And I'm not wrong because it was shipped amazingly well for two CGC books. I'm not as picky on mine as I know some collectors are, where they want everything encased in bubble wrap, everything sealed. I'm not that picky. I know what goes into these damn cases. It'll be fine. I can drop it on the ground. It's not going to crack. It'll be okay. So we're junk out of the way. I can get to what I actually have now. So first off, I've got Marvel Spotlight number 5. It's the first appearance of Ghost Rider. It's at the CGC 7.0. Now granted it's restored. The restoration has a little bit of color touch. To me that's not a big deal. It's a 7.0 first Ghost Rider. That's what you want, especially in a black cover. Black covers are always kind of hard to get a bigger grade because it can get dirt on it, fingerprints, smudges, etc. But for a 7.0, I'm happy. I used to have a 4.5. What I had was like a 4.5. One of my friends gave it to me kind of because it was a situation where they owed me money, yada yada yada. But I had a 4.5 and I sold it. So now I have a 7. It's got off-white pages. Again, it's restored. But when it's restored, you can always send it back to CGC, have them remove the restoration. So since this has a small amount of color touch on it, it'll probably get bumped down to a 6.5 or a 6. But either way, I don't care. I'm keeping it at a 7 because that puts it in that near mint tier. So now I have a 7.0 first Ghost Rider. Hell yeah. So this next one is a personal favorite. I had this at a 7.5 for years. It had a 7.5 at this book. My goal has always been to have a 9. I wanted a 9.0 in this book, but because of all the MCU speculation, they've got that movie coming out, all that other kind of junk. A 9.0 is not feasible. I'm not paying $1,500 for that book. I can get something way better. So I've got an 8.0 Tomb of Dracula 10. This looks just as good as a 9. I don't see why it's not, to be honest with you. I might have to go and try to see if I can pull the grader notes on it, because if it needs to be cleaned and pressed, but I doubt it, because I'm sure that the guy that I bought this from already did that. This is probably the most impressive 8.0 I've ever seen. So, for what it is, I'm taking it. It's super clean. Like, I know you can't see this on the camera, but this would glare. Like, if I were to crack this case open and just show pictures of it raw, I'd be saying it's a 9.2, 9.4 all day. So, I'm super excited for this. That's awesome. I bought both of these books from the same seller, and you can actually use this as a tool on eBay whenever you're trying to make your purchases for books. Because a lot of times you'll see a listing and it'll say or best offer. So what or best offer is going to indicate is they'll take less than what it's listed at. So you can go ahead and say a book is listed at 300, right? You can just be like, all right, well, I'll give you 250. I've got the money in the bank. I'll send that payment to you right now. Odds are you're going to go back and forth, but you're going to meet at 275 or 280. So even at that, that's still $20 less than what you're already going to get if you just hit buy it now anyway. And then you start stacking up, your eBay bucks or those coupons that they give every once in a while where it's 10 to 15% off your purchase. You can stack that. And then when you stack it, sometimes you'll end up getting, 25, 50 bucks off on top of it. So it's completely possible to try to plan out and, just kind of, when the market's right and everything like that, you can get a really good deal on a CGC book from eBay, despite what people preach and say that eBay is the devil. Whatever, 90% of my collection has come from eBay, and I shop right. I'm cheap. Alright, now we're getting to the cavity colors, which is what I've been looking forward to. Alright, so now I'm getting back to the cavity colors. I love this brand. This brand is awesome, and I will support them to the utmost. I look forward to their newsletter every week to see what products we're about to get out. Their packaging is already great. And I haven't even used my box cutter. Plus, they include like little special things. Like most of the time, you get a special box cutter. You'll get like a special bookmark or stickers or something like that. And their customer service seems to be on point too. Yep. Alright, well, we got the cavity color sticker. Monster Club, I already have one of these, so if you would like it, drop me a comment. You can have the sticker. I'm not to you. Sorry. Sometimes they include a bookmark, but it doesn't look like that got included with this one. It's a shame, but it is what it is. To purchase, and with that, getting into this. And it's a Friday the 13th Part 2 hoodie. Friday the 13th Part 2, one of my favorite franchises. I love Jason. And Part 2 is my favorite just because I love the little canvas Bagman attire. This hoodie's thick. I already feel it. So the artist that designed this one, I had the same Trick or Treat hoodie that he did. I didn't realize it was the same artist until just now, so to me that's awesome. My son is named Sam, so with it being Trick or Treat, that's cool. I love this already. On the front, it has the Friday the Part 2 with a pitchfork. Can't really see it there, but and that's awesome. It's thick. Like, I haven't put it on, but the quality of their stuff is awesome. It's super thick. So if you're at a cold night, you're good. Don't let your girlfriend or wife borrow these because you don't get them back. And with that, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for checking me out. I love talking about this kind of stuff, so drop